What's going on, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy?
Back to blue until it happens to you. Hello, officer. Am I detained or free to go? Well, if I'm free to go, I'm free to stay.
But I did not do this.
Sounds like a woman, me.
Good morning, folks. Well, I just happened to do a video about Big G a couple days ago, and all of a sudden he's got a new video out. Apparently he's been sick in the hospital, had to have some kind of surgery, but he's back out now, and he's changed his whole life around. No, never mind, that's somebody else. Anyway, he decided to go out on a new audit, and let's see how that went.
I stopped by a little place, my first really trip out since the surgery, to a little place called Aerojet Rocketdyne in Jonesboro, Tennessee. They make munitions for the military mainly. That's about 90% of their contracts is military contracts. They are a specialty metals company or branch of Aerojet Rocketdyne. Aerojet mainly was or is a propulsion company, so most of their stuff goes into outer space.
So Big G is fully aware that this is probably a highly protected area, things going out into outer space, you know, rocket ships and astronauts, and they need to protect all that stuff, you know, so people like Big G don't contaminate the scene. But so I'm sure he's going to adhere to their policies. Let's check it out.
So about every rocket, moon landing, Mars landing, all that stuff, if it had a propulsion on it, good chance that it was an Aerojet Rocketdyne.
Excuse me, Big G, but could you explain to us exactly what type of propulsion unit it has? A propulsion unit, I think that must be something new because I've never heard of that before. But anyway, please continue on with your narration.
But anywho, here at this plant, they make specialty metals. No explosives, no nothing. All we do, or all they did, rather, was make grenade bodies, May's 20 millimeter gal, which is depleted uranium shells that they use in the Warhawks. They also make the depleted uranium tank shells. So let's see what happens, guys.
Pictures here. Why are you taking pictures?
Working on a story.
Who are we?
Huh?
Who is we?
I didn't say we.
Who's doing the story?
Me.
For what?
For a story.
You're not supposed to be taking film or filming anything on site. You're carrying a weapon on federal property. That's just a step across the line.
I'm not on federal property, sir. I'm on the right of way. I'm on a public easement.
Oh, I'm sure they have some video footage of him in the parking lot, which is where he was, of a federal institution with a firearm on his side, which is a felony. Anyway, let's see what happens. Let's see if he gets away with it.
I'm not on federal property. Besides, it's not federal property. It's privately company with federal projects and government contracts. They're not a government company. They're a private company.
Well, it doesn't appear there's any sidewalk there to be walking down, so he's either walking in the road or he's walking on I don't know if that's an easement, that's actually an easement or not, but he is not on the sidewalk. He's walking in the road as far as I can tell. Does anybody else not know what this story is about, besides walking back and forth in front of a building that makes grenades and bullets? Does anybody not understand what this story is about? Because I sure as hell don't. He wanders around for endless amounts of time and doesn't say a single word. He did say he used to work there and he just loved working there, and God knows why he doesn't work there now. I don't know if I believe that or not, but anyway, let's continue.
Probably telling him there ain't a damn thing he can do.
Apparently, Mr. G's news organization is world renowned for famous things like doing contentless stories. They'll do stories with absolutely no content, and they kind of let you fill in your own thing. So they wander around, they don't say anything, and they let you make up your own story as you go along. It's very much fun. Fun. Okay.
It goes all the way down there. So that little house is. That used to be a gate right there. It goes in. Property down there. That's where it comes in. Buildings all down there. There's where they do the main production. There's where most of the slap and different things. Where grenades were made. This is the, and y'all catch this. Y'all get this. This is the only facility in the United States to make the metal bodies for the grenades. They're the only producer of grenade bodies for the U.S. Is that not a trip? And they pump them out, buddy. Trust me.
Yes, that's amazing. I can't imagine why they don't want you photographing up and down in front of the building, trying to film into secure areas. You know, basically casing the joint. I can't imagine why that might be illegal in some places. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut all the dead air out because this is just endless, non-stop stupid. Let's speed it up or cut out a lot of it until something actually happens here. Well, I wonder what them darn sheriffs are doing there. Highly unusual for a sheriff to be sightseeing.
Pretty good, y'all right?
Pretty good. Do you know who owns this over here?
Owns what? This right here?
This property, yeah.
No, I don't have a clue, bud. Don't have a clue.
Okay. Well, I don't even know what I was asking. I figured since you was parked there, you might know who it was.
No, but I mean, that's the right of way and the easement, so regardless, it's public property.
Oh, it's right away?
Well, yeah, every road has a right of way, right? In the public access easement?
Well, yeah, but not that far off. I mean, it's usually if there's like a...
Telephone poles is where it's always usually at. Telephone poles, it has to be. State can't put them in any further or any closer.
Well, yeah, I see what you're talking about. Oh, that's on State Route 34.
Well, it don't. Well, it's still a public road.
Ridge.
Well, if you look, it's still, I ain't no far off
pole.
than them phone poles are.
Well, you're off the roadway, so we'll just
I mean, I can park closer to the road if you want me to.
No, I don't want you to park on the road at all.
That's what I'm saying.
I want you to find somewhere
public. That's why I pulled off as far as I could.
Oh, chuckling it up with the officer. They're having a good old time. G thinks he's in the clear because he's on the easement according to him. You know, there's no telephone pole where he's at. There's no easement for any electrical unit where he's at. But on both the exiting roads, there are telephone poles, and he's not any further off the road than those are. So he thinks he's in the clear. He's all good. He should be okay to go. Let's see.
Yeah.
You know, without getting on anybody's property and still being in the easement.
Yeah. Well, we just like to have you move because you're on somebody's property, and
it's
if
public
you don't have
property,
any,
sir.
It's not public property.
It is too. It's a right of way,
No.
sir. There has to be. There's an
It's
easement.
not. I mean, you.
How can I walk up the side of this road then?
Okay.
How can I walk up the side of the road?
Your car is about 15 feet off the roadway.
15 feet?
Yeah.
We ain't talking about this side of the car. You go by this side. You tell me that's 15 feet off the road?
Yeah, your whole car.
No.
As it turns out, that place that he's been photographing and been told he can't be there, they own that property that he's got his van parked on, his minivan. He has a grown He's a big tough guy, you know, got the big earrings in his ears, and he's got that big old belly that sticks out like a Buddha. And, you know, he drives a minivan. I'm sorry, that's just funny. Anyway, let's see how this ends up.
I guarantee you I could drive straight up through there and go right on the other side of that telephone pole right there.
Okay.
Telephone poles can't be
You see a telephone pole on this side of the road?
right there, buddy, on
How
that
far away is
driveway.
that?
Look at that driveway right
Yeah.
there. I could drive between that road and that pole right now.
Could you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, this isn't that pole. You
Well,
said,
if you won't push it, we can.
Okay, well, let's just do it.
Okay.
Let's just push. You got anything in your pockets? Put your hands on top of the car.
You gonna arrest me?
Yeah, I'm going to arrest you. Put your hands
For
on
what?
the car.
And at this point, he cut the end of the video off, so you couldn't hear what the officer was saying saying he was arresting him for and stuff like that. And he makes up his own narration. It's you know, typical lying, frauditor behavior.
Hold on. Well, guys, and that was that. And about 10.5 hours, 11 hours later, I finally get out. It was kind of ridiculous because
But I did not do this. What? But I did not do this.
I had my bondsman and my son and daughter there waiting for me for like 4 hours. They didn't book me until I was already there. 9.5, almost 10 hours. And when they finally booked me, I was out within 35 minutes. Oh well. You guys know how that is. It's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, right? But you guys, let me know what you think about that. What do you guys think?
Well, thank you for asking, Big G. What do I think? What do I think? What do I think? I think a lot of things about this, Big G. The ending part there where you said you had your kid and your wife sitting out in the waiting room for over 4 hours so that you could get bonded out. Don't you see how ridiculous that statement is? You got locked up, you had your wife come down there, wait all day for you, so you could get bonded out of jail. You don't see anything wrong with that at all. Nothing. Nothing. You don't think your behavior led to all this, your past behavior, your current behavior. You just got out of the hospital from some kind of surgery, and you're right back at it again. I wonder how long it's going to be that your family sticks together through all this nonsense. I don't really see that happening. I just don't understand why people continue to do this. It makes no sense at all to me. It's absolutely stupid and ridiculous. And this guy doesn't make any money on YouTube. His channel is so tiny. Nobody pays attention to his channel because he's a moron. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.
And they put him in it.